morning, everyone. You probably noticed that I did not post a Dollhouse diary last week, and that's because basically I didn't have anything to talk about. It wasn't a very productive week. So if I don't have anything to report, I'm not going to do a Dollhouse diary. I still would like to do these weekly, I think, but I'm also considering doing them maybe twice a month, like the 15th and the last day of the month or something like that. Just so that I have a little bit more content, because as much as I would like to spend the bulk of my time doing Dollhouse related things, that doesn't really get to happen very much. So I do have some things to report. In my last Dollhouse diary, I mentioned that we had had a tornado threat, and as it turns out, there actually was a tornado in a town that's, I think, about 45 minutes away. And apparently there were also a number of microbursts in a town that's only about 15 or 20 minutes away. So there were some areas that sustained some damage. Pretty unusual thing for our area, at least it was when I was growing up, but it's becoming more common now. I'm happy to say that the flies and spiders are beginning to be less apparent. I did talk to a few other people who were having the same problem, so I feel a little bit less horrified that, you know, I was doing something wrong in my housekeeping. It wasn't me, and I did indeed have some nightmares about spiders one night. But it's finally getting cold enough at night that I think they've been discouraged from being so prevalent. Okay, so I did add a few new items in the shop. Here are some photos of some of the new things I've added. Also in my shop, I have listed one of my braided rugs, and I plan to have more braided rugs in there. This is the one I'm currently working on. I love this one. The blue and the mauve colors are just gorgeous. So this one I'm doing so that it's a slightly more rounded oval. Not quite sure how big I'm going to make it yet. We're already about 4 hours into this. So these items are not going to be inexpensive items. Another rug I've made. This one's in my dollhouse. This one is probably going in my dollhouse, I'm not sure. And this one is listed in the shop. This one I think would be really nice in a hallway, like alongside a stairway maybe, or something like that. I wish my dollhouse was built enough that I could actually show that in that situation. I bought myself a new treasure. I wish I had a good room to show this off in my dollhouse too, but look at this cradle. Isn't that beautiful? And I actually bought a similar cradle, a Tudor style cradle. It doesn't have the wicker, it's a solid wood cradle. And that one is listed in my shop. I just bought the one, I'm just trying it out in my shop to see what kind of interest there is. These are very well made items, they're not inexpensive, so can't wait to have a room to feature this cradle in. In other news, I have played with the arrangement of the housekeeper's room a little bit. So I changed the position of the bed. The radiator is kind of tucked in the corner over there. And I think I like this arrangement better. Here's the little rug in position here. Looks like I need to dust in there. And this bureau actually works a little bit better in there now, but that's still probably not the bureau that I'm going to keep in there. And I do still plan to put a chair right here. And then I want to have a mirror. I have some ideas about that, and some pictures on the wall, and just a lot of little items scattered around. So originally this smaller rug was also going into this room, and now I'm not sure that I need it in there, but I may put it, you know, sort of in front of the rocking chair or something like that. So, but I'm really enjoying how this room is coming out. I may still switch out this light fixture for something with a, instead of a white shade, something with a clear shade. I still think I need only the single fixture up here. I can't really put any chandelier type thing, and it wouldn't be appropriate. But I'm wondering if something with a less opaque fixture might make the room a little less dark. I have a light shining in here right now, so it doesn't look dark, but it is really quite dark when it's just lit up and there's no light shining in there. So that's that. What I'm currently working on, here's all the pieces, is a bureau that I think I will be using in the housekeeper's room. If I don't use it there, I may use it somewhere else, but or I don't, you know, save it for another project. But this bureau comes from a tutorial by Julie Warren. Here is a picture of the tutorial. If you've never been to Julie Warren's Patreon channel or YouTube channel or Facebook pages, I would highly encourage you to check out all of them. She is a wealth of ideas and information. This is my first time actually following one of her tutorials, and because I'm, you know, me, I'm making some changes to it actually, to the project. I'm making some changes to the project, but I have watched a number of her tutorials through just to gather like ideas and information about how to do things, and I've learned so much from watching her Patreon and her YouTube. So I will be posting a video probably about my process of following that tutorial and how that goes. And then the last thing is the peacock update. So the step that I'm on right now is filling in this ivory background here, and this much ivory background here is probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of work that I've put in there. It's a lot. It really does. This is not a fast project. And I was really getting like unmotivated and not working on this because, you know, ivory boring. So what I did was I decided that every time I do a length of ivory, I could then do a length of thread in a pretty color. So I'm kind of alternating between something fun and exciting and then something, you know, boring. And that's got me back into being motivated to do this. So, and I wanted to show you this. So this is a working jade clock. I don't have the battery in it right now because I haven't actually set it up. This was purchased at the Bishop Show, the Tom Bishop Show in Chicago. It is a rather pricey item. It was a real treat for me to buy something like this, but I just thought this was just absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and that it would work very well with the peacock tapestry. So these two items right here are what I plan to design my main parlor or sitting room in the dollhouse around. So, okay. We are off to visit some friends this afternoon, so I won't be getting much dollhouse stuff. We had to go to a birthday party yesterday, so I didn't get much dollhouse stuff done yesterday either. Not quite sure when I will. Got a full day tomorrow, a full day Tuesday. Hopefully toward the rest of next week I can make some progress before I have another dollhouse diary to do. So I hope you get some good dollhouse therapy in this week and enjoy the crisp fall weather if you live in a part of the country where that's happening. We're definitely starting to see the first hints of color in our maple trees, and the nights are cold and the days are warm in the afternoon but chilly in the morning, and it's, you know, I just love this season. I've got some pumpkins and mums on my front steps, and really relishing in the fall, even though the fall allergies are kind of killing me. But anyway, enjoy your dollhouse time and the rest of your life, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.